In January this year, Oman was hosting the Legends Tour, which comprised of such players as Brett Lee, Jonathan Trott, Shoaib Akhtar, Owi Shah, Kevin Peterson, Monty Panesar, Murali, Brad Haddon, the list goes on and on and on. The idea was to have a 3-team tournament played in Muscat, evening matches, and the ECA took the view of this is going to be a pretty easy, accessible venue to attend, where we could possibly interact with some of the international players. This is one of the first big tournaments post-COVID, and we took this opportunity, David and myself, to fly down to Oman at very short notice to try to catch up with these guys. Things didn't always go to plan. There was no spectators allowed at the stadium once we got there, so there's a few bits and pieces that we had to organise through the Oman Cricket Association. David and I got down there, we went to attend the first match, and we were met at the gates by Iqbal. He had to escort us into the ground and put us in a roped off facility, and we were officially guests of the Oman Cricket Association. So we managed to see 3 or 4 games of cricket while we were there. And we had this other idea as well to personally invite as many players as we could, meeting them face to face, invite them back to Estonia across the next couple of years. Unfortunately, due to COVID restrictions, we weren't able to gain access directly to the players, so we had to think of another option. So what we did is we personally addressed an envelope to each of the players there, and inside this envelope, if we open up here, each player would get some photos of what's been going on in the Estonian Cricket Association, so they can get a bit of idea of the people and the grounds and the facilities that are happening here. And then they got a personal invite on behalf of the Estonian Cricket Association to attend either the Baltic Cup, the domestic finals this year, and also to attend the Montenegro Cup down in Montenegro at the end of September, which we've been invited back to from a recent visit as Italian Hippos. As we were unable to get these invites to each person individually, we messaged our good ECA friend Brett Lee and asked if we were able to hand over the invites to him at his hotel or at the grounds. Being an absolute legend that he is, organised to meet us at the hotel straight after one of his matches, and Rob and I made our way to his hotel. He came down in his playing kit. Poor guy looked a little bit tired, he'd had a busy 2 weeks, and we presented him with an ECA national Guernsey for all his trouble, and we also gave him about 25 envelopes to give to his rest of the world team. On one of the days off, we caught up with the Al Hal Cricket Club and the president. He came and picked Dave and I up, and we went out to the cricket grounds to see the facilities of what is happening in Oman Cricket. He showed us the pitch, the ground, he showed us the work they'd done on the nets. They had to cut the net area out of the actual rock face in the ground, and then he took us inside to their clubhouse, showed us their trophy room, put on a lovely afternoon tea, and we shared merchandise with each other. He then dropped us back at the hotel, and from that point on, we've been friends for life. Towards the end of the week, we managed to get the final in as well. It was a very hard-fought final, and the rest of the world team ended up winning. Unfortunately, on that day, Shoaib Akhtar hurt his knee again and was unable to finish his spell. But all in all, it was a pretty productive exercise. Many thanks to Brett Lee for coming into the hotel, otherwise we may not have had a chance to hand out all those envelopes. We flew back to Estonia, and within 2 or 3 days we received contact from Owen and also Kevin O'Brien, and we started negotiations with these two superstars to see if they could come out to Tallinn. Kevin O'Brien ended up being the first player to come out. I think it was March, and he ran a national training session for our national cricket side in one of the indoor domes that we have here in Tallinn. We hired it off the local soccer club. We ran a 2-hour session there, and Kevin O'Brien gave us some tips and pointed out some stuff that we've been working on ever since then. So I'd like to thank you, Kevin, for coming out for that week, and we really hope you enjoyed your stay. Due to other commitments, Owe Shah will be coming out towards the end of the season, possibly the start of the winter season, so we look forward to seeing Owe out soon. And also we recently had Jonathan Trott come out for the weekend where we went to Finland, so thank you, Jonathan, for taking the weekend out of your busy schedule to come across to Estonia. In summary, all in all, it was a pretty brave decision, spur of the moment decision to go down and try to meet these players, but it ended up working out quite well for us, and we're hoping to do it again next year. We're hoping it's in Oman. There's great facilities down in Cricket Oman, and we look forward to our next little special venture coming up soon. More details to be announced. And one final thank you again to Paul Bradley for making all this happen. Without your connections, we would not have been able to get as close as we did.